The reason you won't let yourself be more seen is because you still believe you need to become a different version of yourself in order for people to like you. If you grew up as a hypervigilant child, you would have picked up on these two core fears. These are your main fears. Number one, I'm not enough. And number two, it is not safe to be here. Those two fears alone really fractured your experience of how safe it felt to be yourself. And so the way in which you learned to deal with that level of unsafety was to constantly treat yourself like a project to fix. You were so used to looking at yourself like, what is missing? What could be broken? What do I need to fix about myself? Before it is safe to be presented to the world. And this is why you have such a hard time letting your creations, letting your business ideas, these offers, this body of work that you know you're here to be designed for, actually seen by the world, because you don't trust you are the correct person to make it happen yet. So this puts you in what I call the perpetual waiting room, which is the idea that I will only let myself be seen when I feel good enough, when I am more confident, when I've gotten rid of this insecurity, when I can guarantee that people are going to see me differently, when I have enough confirmation that people do like me for a performance that I have perfected. The trap of this thinking is that there is a continual moving goalpost because safety hasn't actually been addressed. You are trying to perfect a performance, therefore it's something that you constantly have to click into versus actually changing the experience of how safe it feels to be yourself. This is why you never quite feel good enough, because you're not actually working on how safe it feels to be yourself. You're working out, who is the correct character? Have I got it right yet? Let me present it to the world. No, it didn't get enough approval. Then I go back into my cave. That way of operating, that way of identifying as yourself will never actually make you feel truly safe, because you're not actually letting the world see yourself and therefore building evidence that it's safe. You are letting the world see different forms of these characters, these performances, to work out which one is the best fit, which ironically goes against the very thing that you truly desire, and that is to be seen as yourself and to let that be enough for some and not enough for others, without that determining how safe it is for you to actually be here. You will never feel good enough to be seen if that is dependent on how well you can perform for other people. So if this resonated, hi, I'm Meg and I help ambitious female artists, creatives, dreamers like yourself how to make it safe to be seen, so you can start sharing this body of work more loudly by changing the experience of how safe it feels to be yourself. So if that sounds like you, head to the link in my bio to book in for your one-to-one session or inquire about 6-week mentorship. Mwah.